Robert Allen, winner of the mile at the Dartmouth Relays, our River Hawk of the Week, and first, congratulations on winning the mile and being River Hawk of the Week.
Thank you.
Gotta ask you about that mile because this was first time out. Does it take a while to feel comfortable running the mile as opposed to running cross country, which you'd been doing for the fall season?
Yeah, well, cross country, you're doing a lot of tempo workouts. The mileage is very high, and you have more endurance than that fast twitch speed. So right now, converting back to indoor track and getting that quick speed going again. We only had one workout before the race on the track. So in the race, I felt comfortable because I have all the endurance, but I could feel I need to work on that fast twitch muscle to get back into that mile speed and the 800 and the 3K compared to that 5-miler.
Now, I know you from races in the past, you like having somebody else set the pace, and then you want to figure out where you want to be, and at the end, that's when you want to go make your move for the lead. This was a race where there wasn't really any pace setter, and in effect, you ended up leading from start to finish. Is that a bit of an adjustment?
Well, it is a little bit, because when indoor track, usually like the first race, everybody, they don't really know what they're capable of doing yet because it's your first race back. You haven't raced in a few months, and when you're in a race, the leader takes all the heat. Like, you're working hard because you don't have anybody to pace off, and you're just up in front and you're running, and you're trying to hit all the paces you can, and no one wants to go there. So we had a goal to get a time in the mile for that day, and I was going to stay behind the leader, but after the first lap, I didn't hit the time, so I said, okay, I'm going to have to be a pacer for this. And then once I committed to that, I said, I can't back down now. If I'm going to lead it, I got to finish in the lead.
Now, I know with talking with the coaches, second half of the race, they wanted each lap to be faster than the previous lap.
Yep.
And I guess you hit that, 2:03 for the last half mile.
Yep.
Were you pleased with the performance?
I was very pleased because the first meet for cross country indoor and outdoor track, I'm always nervous because I haven't had a race in a while. I know the workouts might have went good and training's been going good, but when you're racing, it's a whole different feeling in your gut and like in your lungs and like your thoughts. You got an adrenaline rush and you don't know what you're gonna do. So coming in for the first mile, running a 4:13 was pretty good, and I found out last night it converts to a 4:10 on a bank track. So that's already looking good to try to get that sub 4-minute mile.
We'll get to that in a moment. I still want to go through the idea of getting faster with each lap during the second half. I guess it was an 8-lap mile.
8 laps.
Are you aware, I mean, is your mind so well tuned that you know what you're doing as far as time, or do you really need the coaches yelling at you and yelling out splits?
Well, I always say to people, my coach he's the button, I'm the robot. So when I'm running, if we have a plan, it's saying, run this pace, or when I say go, or like when I see a certain face expression to mean go or something, when I'm going around a lap and I feel comfortable, I'll look at coach when I get to him to say, what should I do? And once he makes that move, it's like I'm the robot. I push the button on, and that's when I go.
All right, let's talk about that 4-minute mile. It is an iconic time. I think it was Roger Bannister, the first ever to run a sub 4-minute mile. You last year ran 4 minutes and 35/100ths of a second. First time out this year, 4:13:23, I think was the time. What's it take to run a sub 4-minute mile, and do you think this is the year we see you do that?
Well, to run a 4-minute mile, it takes what everybody in the whole team is doing. Training every day, listening to coach, following all his instructions, doing all the workouts, making sure you're making smart decisions and to get that time. And this year, last year, I came so close to breaking that 4-minute mile. And when I crossed the line last year, I didn't know at first if I broke it. So when I crossed the line, I looked right to the left up on that screen to see what the time was, and then boom, it popped up, and it was 4 flat. But I was excited that I ran a 4 because the previous time was a 4:06, so it was a pretty good PR. But it wasn't that sub 4, and it was so close, and it would have been a little bit better if I broke that 4. So now going in this year, my last year of track for running with schools, colleges, I want to break 4, but for my last year, my goal was to break 4. So this year, I want to run, not break 4, I want to run 3:58. And because my senior year, I want to leave with a bang.
Ah, we hope you do. Bobby, a pleasure talking to you again. Winning the mile, first time out, up at the Dartmouth Relays last week, our River Hawk of the Week, and congratulations for that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.